Welcome to the Bottle Poppin' Podcast, where Meg and Heather share their love for oils, friendship, and entrepreneurship. Let's get it poppin'.
Hey everyone, this is Meg.
Hi there, this is Heather.
We are the Bottle Poppin' Podcast. So Heather, what are we popping open today?
We are going to pop open Breathe Oil. This one is very refreshing. It is the Respiratory Blend, and it definitely gives you a pick-me-up when you smell it.
Mm-hmm. I feel like this is like one of the OG oils, something that most kits come with because everybody can use this oil.
Agreed.
And while it is uplifting, I don't necessarily use it for uplifting so much as just literally to help me breathe.
Yes. Well, and it is represented in the calming family too, oftentimes when they're describing it, because a lot of people will use this at nighttime to help them sleep.
Yeah. My favorite diffuser blend at nighttime is Breathe and Serenity together. Like, they smell really good together, but it's also a 2-for-1 thing. So yeah, I love this blend. In fact, I normally keep this by my bedside or on my bedside table specifically for diffusing at night.
Well, and what you said, the thing about everybody being able to use, they will often sell this one and during BOGO weeks with On Guard. And I think this is probably one of the most popular pairs just because, like you said, everybody can use Breathe. Everybody can use On Guard. So it often goes fast.
Yeah. And those are both oils too that you want to always have in stock and on hand, because when you I consistently use it at night just because I like it. But when I need it, I really need it. And so it's good to have on hand.
What is the primary scent that you smell when you smell the bottle?
I think eucalyptus.
That's what I smell too. I smell eucalyptus with peppermint.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got the oils involved pulled up. It's laurel leaf, eucalyptus leaf, peppermint plant, melaleuca leaf, tea tree for those that are unaware, lemon peel, Ravintsara leaf, and cardamom seed.
It's interesting. It doesn't smell that complex.
No, it doesn't. And all of those oils individually are really good for respiratory. So you stick them all in there together, you know that this is going to do a good job.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And I really like that this particular product has a pretty big product line as well. So it's not just the oil, but it obviously comes in a roller bottle as well. So the touch roller. And then it also comes in a Breathe stick. And I love the Breathe stick. They reformulated the stick a few years ago. I liked the consistency of the old stick more, but the stick would break and you wouldn't be able to get it all out. So they changed it. And now it's almost like a miniature deodorant stick. And the consistency is kind of the consistency of the Serenity stick and now the frankincense stick. But still, I love the stick because sometimes I feel like I put on the oils and they absorb and then I'm like, are they still there? Is it still working? And the sticks, they just seem to absorb a little slower. And they stay in place. It's not like you're going to put it on and it's going to roll down your neck, if you're putting it on your throat. So I really like the sticks.
And I feel like that was one of the first products that I got as a mom getting into the doTERRA line, because it was a great replacement for the whole Vicks Vapor Rub thing that you would put on kids' chests or bottom of the feet for any sort of congestion. And that worked fantastic and it smelled better and it was natural. So that was one of the early products that we got.
Yeah. I have given this to friends who have problems with breathing at times. And this is a great way, easy to keep in your purse and stuff too, for those moments when you are struggling.
And it's not just you. So the whole diffusing at night, one of the descriptions that I was reading, I said, Meg, it says that for if you're hearing loud noises at night, that it would help you sleep. And I'm thinking, fireworks, breathe, what? And she's like, no, I think it's the person next to you making a lot of noise. And I'm like, oh, okay. Read between the lines there, folks.
Yeah. It definitely makes a difference for us.
Yes, they can't breathe. And so you're diffusing it so that you can sleep well and they can breathe and sleep well too.
It's a win-win for everyone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I know you have used this one successfully for emotional benefits as well. You want to share about that?
Yes, this is actually one that shows up a lot with grief. And when my dog passed fairly suddenly, I was immediately drawn to breathe more just because I felt like I couldn't take a breath. I just felt like I couldn't just take like a big inhale and exhale. And so I was drawn to this oil. And then when I went to go look up the emotional benefits of it, I realized that is actually an oil that is often used in grief. So I was glad to have this when I needed it for that reason too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I love that we have things like this to reach for in those times that, I mean, grief is one of those things you just kind of have to ride it out, right? There's not a pill you can pop. Maybe there is a pill but you shouldn't pop the pill. There's a pill you can pop that probably would just like take you out of this world. But yeah, to be able to reach for something natural like that to help you process through the grief is beautiful.
We don't want to hide our emotions. I think in America, at least, we suppress a lot of emotions. And I think that we need to go through emotions so that we can heal from them too. Mm-hmm. And so, yes, I agree. We do need to be able to process the grief. You can't just sit in the grief forever, and we don't want to ignore it and pretend it never happened. And so I do appreciate things like essential oils that can help you learn to process that emotion and move through it.
Yeah. Yeah.
There is one other product in this product line that we did not talk about. And unfortunately, I am all out of them. And I believe you are as well. But they actually sell these in one of the drops. So like On Guard throat drop style thing. And so it's like a hard, it's not a candy. And so don't necessarily want to call it that. But you suck on it and it's got the, I guess, part of the respiratory blend. It's probably not the exact same because not all of these are for internal use, but it is a combination that you can use and it helps just kind of open up the airways that way too.
It's super effective. Yeah. The reason we don't have them is because my husband really loves them. And so we've run out again, but yeah, once you discover how effective something like that is, a natural version versus just going to the store and getting a cough drop, it's like, oh, okay, this is good. So we actually just talked about the other day, we need to restock and just have them again on hand at all times in case you need it at some point. So
yeah. That's how we are with the On Guard ones. I feel like if I have a little bit of a scratchy throat or I just feel like I might be coming down with something, I just immediately start taking those because they're easy to suck on. They taste good and I feel better after it. I actually gave one of my trainers one time was having a hard time. Like he kept coughing and he was trying to tell us exercises to do. And so I had one and I handed it to him and he was able to get through the whole session. And afterwards he's like, wow, whatever you gave me worked so well. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I love that. Spreading the oil love.
Yes. Yes. And Breathe is one that we want to make sure that if you don't have in your home, you need to get it in your home. This is an oil you need to have on hand.
For sure. All right. Well, anything else in this oil?
I don't think so. It's the Respiratory Blend. Everybody needs to breathe better, so you should get it.
Definitely. Definitely. All right. Well, thank you so much for listening. We will have a brand new episode for you next week.
Thanks for tuning in. For more information, you can follow these bottle poppin' ladies at bottlepoppinpodcast.com. Tune in next week to learn about what bottle we're poppin'. Until next time, take care. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This podcast is not intended to treat, diagnose, cure, or prevent any disease.